For me, I want hockey pucks. It's got to be. I want my burgers on the grill.
Bird. I want a dog. Crispy flat bird. No. Yeah, that's not real life. Hold on, man.
You said I want a hockey puck on the
Yes. Yeah. You are a nasty. So the ones that nobody wants and on the plate at a cookout, you're the one getting all those. Yeah, if I'm on the grill, the burgers are gonna be fucking crispy. I do like what's the guy?
Yes.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. It's almost hockey puck season too, man. I've been eyeing those Bubba burgers showing up in my grocery stores, dude. It's going to be fantastic in the next month or two.
Weber Grill?
Grill.
Very good. Thank you, Saturn Video, $10 super chat. As the Lizard King clutches the two devils' wrists, CHH pulls away. He begins to charge his Omega Tater Ray and aims it at his two opponents, about to claim victory over the old and folded butter. Brandon, I've got to get somebody, because I just don't have the time. I've got to get somebody to do a best of Planet Dirty. I'll give full credit. I'll promote you. I need somebody to make the best of Planet Dirty and like take all Saturn Videos super chats, clip them all together of me telling this incredible story.
Everything.
Put together some of the funniest moments. Like we need to have a greatest hits, because you said we're approaching episode 50.
Yeah, this is episode 45 somehow. So 5 more episodes till the big 50. Technically, I missed one episode, but it's still counted as a Planet Dirty. So the 50th episode is coming up regardless, dude.
I think that would be a really cool 50th celebration thing to have like a best of.
That would be funny as shit for sure.
I think it would. Thank you so much, Saturn Video, the loyal Saturn Video. We very much appreciate you. And we got Antonis with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. It says, do we need a 4K Ultra HD TV in order to play 4K Ultra HD region free disc? Yeah, so 4K as a format is region free. There are very rare exceptions where the movies are region locked as 4K, but 4K is a region free format. Yes, you need a 4K TV. You need a 4K television, which are very cheap nowadays, so that should not be an issue. But yes, your TV has to be 4K. It doesn't matter if it's an LCD, OLED, as long as it's 4K. And there's good options out there. Check out some of the Hisense brands. They got some really good deals on those at Wally World. Hisense is a good brand. Thank you, Antonis. Appreciate that. Brandon, you want to see who we got in the chat tonight? You want to say hello to everybody before we get started?
Hi. Let's go.
We got Brian Trash. Quentin loves trains and horror. He never talks about the trains, though. He usually just talks about the horror.
Just the horror. He's
Sean, I know he's Sean Senior. How are you? JG Michael just saw Founders Day. Was pleasantly surprised by it. May watch Abigail tonight. Good to see you, JG. Sam Thomason, Movie Junkie John, Witch Hunter, Mike Mack, Saturn Video, of course. Justin Smith, Johnny Darko, Media Play J, Ian Lives, Michael Sullivan, the Connor Schuart I can't say it. The Connor Schuart. I can't say it. It's what's up? What's up,
Kiddo? I think it's Shoe Chart. Shoe Chart. I think that's how you say it.
Dude, I trip hard.
I can't say it either. I can't say it.
I trip. We got a lot of Brandon. We got a lot of the diehards tonight. Kevin Bertoni, good to see you.
Good Friday.
Mountain Veteran, how are you, Mountain Veteran? Good to see you. Cheers, pal. Ryan, everybody's here. My Killer Podcast. Mel, what's up, Mel? Mel, if you ever want to hop on one of these with us, it would be nice to have the female perspective on just life.
Yes.
Mel, just hit me up if you want to hop on. Akeem, what's going on? The Strangers Chapter 1 was hot garbage. Brandon, the census is out. Strangers is getting negative reviews.
I mean, what were we expecting, right? I mean, the trailer looked cool, but I mean, really, what were we expecting?
I have a theory, Brandon. I have a theory. My theory is they should have just fucking done something else.
Correct.
You want to know what I really think, though? Like, you want to know what I really think?
What's that?
I think announcing you're going to do a trilogy is the dumbest thing in the effing world with movies.
It is. For several reasons.
Explain.
I think the biggest problem with announcing a trilogy off the bat is, the stakes aren't going to be that high. Because if you're announcing a trilogy, you're most likely announcing a linear narrative, which means most of the cast is at least going to make it through the first 2 films. You would usually think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you announce a trilogy right off the bat, you could probably guarantee that most, if not all, of the main characters are probably going to live at least 1 or 2 essential characters, so the stakes won't feel high. So the fact that they announced this trilogy, I assumed that the main chick and the main guy probably live, at least the girl. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll flip the script, but come on, dude. They're not going to announce a trilogy of unrelated films, I don't think.
It's like look at it as a meal. You got your appetizer, your main course, and your dessert. If your appetizers, like sometimes appetizers are good, but it's just like, there's more to come. Like what, like you say you're going to do a trilogy. That means the first movie ain't shit going to happen. Because there's two more. Like what? Like I say it was an issue with Halloween, but not really, right? Because they never said that until after the first movie came out.
Right.
So when we saw a trilogy announced for Halloween, like we felt like they left it all out on the field with 2018, like it or not. My point is, you could have ended things right there, right? Because they never going to kill Michael anyway. So why have an ending that was so like the ending for that movie was fine, right?
Right.
But to announce you're going to do a trilogy, I mean, Brandon, have you ever seen anything crash harder than The Exorcist, Believer? I know you haven't seen it, but it doesn't matter if you've seen it. My point is,
I think maybe just the Dark Universe. That's the only other thing I can think of, because they got full of themselves early and announced the whole goddamn universe preemptively. That's the only thing else I can liken to the situation. And same deal. It crashed hard. I liked The Mummy, but it crashed hard. You can't just announce a trilogy like that. It's just, I don't know.
It's a mistake.
I guess they're trying to build hype, dude. It's just so, I don't know. It's weird.
They think we're going to be excited that like we have all these movies to look forward to, but in reality, leave it all out on the field.
Yeah.
Even
if you've got a plan for 10 movies, like if you rebooted Friday the 13th, right? And you had a 10 movie plan, fantastic overarching story, the characters in place, where Jason's going to go, what he's going to do, how it's going to end. Fantastic. Treat every movie as a finished product in and of itself, to where if you see one, you don't have to see the next one to feel satisfied.
Because that's ultimately what makes us want more.
Yeah, because like even the Saw films have a huge overarching story, but if you see Saw 1, 2, and 3, you don't really feel necessarily like you have to see another one to feel satisfied with the story.
Right.
Like none of them feel like sequel bait, even though they are sometimes. They don't feel like it.
It's just, I don't know, Brandon. I think the people have spoken. They're sick and tired of like horror fans. Horror fans are smart. They think we're idiots. They think they can just give us anything and we're going to accept it. And the older I get, Brandon, the more I lean towards the people that are just saying, no, this sucks. This really is bullshit. No, I haven't seen this movie yet, Brandon, but I got to say, man, I'm a majority rules kind of guy. That doesn't mean that I'm an outlier sometimes where I'll say, no, I actually really like that movie. Of course that happens. But a lot of times, Brandon, when the majority of people are coming out and they're saying, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
I tend to believe that's the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, the people are getting sick and tired of this shit. No more trilogy announcements. Like, it's stupid. Like, look at Star Wars. They screwed that up so bad. They had to change the damn stories. I mean, it's basically what we're getting with The Exorcist. Now, the issue is, what kind of course correct are they going to do this time? They got Flanagan, but I don't know, man. Yeah.
I don't have anything cool to cap off that conversation, but I'm right there with you. I just think it's so excessive to announce a whole damn trilogy. Let us enjoy each movie as it comes out.
Yeah, make it feel like it's a main event.
I want to see promo campaigns for each individual film. I want to feel complete, and I want to see the era pass us by before we jump into the new era. I don't want a consistent era of one movie, two movie, three movies. That probably makes no sense, but it makes sense in my head. It's just too much, dude. It's way too much. It's way too much.
I agree. Brian, let's get to some super chats. And the chat has spoken. People are talking that they have issues. They're talking about, we got to talk about Friday the 13th tonight, guys. There was a big announcement Let's get to these super chats. Mountain Veteran says, I announce a trilogy for session 9.
Oh God.
Brandon, you know, I watched that movie again, and the movie, I hated it, right? I didn't like the movie, but it was a cult classic. People loved it.
Right.
And then I would go back and watch it again, and I would be like, I still don't see it. And then I wanted to like it. You ever like dislike a movie, but like people love it, and you want to be part of the club?
Right. Yeah, I had the same situation with another movie called Halloween Ends and Texas Chainsaw 2022. You know, I really wanted to be part of the zeitgeist of people who love those films. It worked with Chainsaw 22, didn't work with Halloween Ends. So carry on. I digress.
Well, this is what I said in the review. So I picked up the second site release of Session 9, right? And this was about the 7th time. What are we sipping on, or what are we eating?
Lemon meringue pie, straight from Publix.
Hell yeah, dude.
Don't mind me. I'm just eating my dinner.
With a little whipped cream on there.
Oh yeah, the meringue.
Brandon, they have very nice, dude. When me and Sydney go to Target, we pick up a couple bottles of the marshmallow flavored whipped cream, and listen very closely. It is insanely good, and it goes great. It goes great on coffee. It goes great on, I don't know if you're a cold coffee kind of guy. It goes great on coffee. It goes great on pie. Dude, it's sensational.
Marshmallow flavored whipped cream, huh?
Marshmallow. God is my witness. Right hand
never
to
heard of
God.
that.
Right hand to
bizarre.
God. On God. But anyway, so I watched Session 9 for probably like the 7th or 8th time, Brandon, and it's weird. I don't know if I say I can like it that much, but it's become like an old friend because I revisit it so goddamn often.
I say after 8 times, it might be. Holy shit.
You know? But yeah.
I hate this fucking movie, but I watched it 15 times and I don't hate it as much anymore.
I just wanted it to click because people say, no. Like, you don't get it. And I'm like, well, I want to get it. But the movie's like an old friend to me at this point.
I hear.
Josh from Beyond the Grave Media. What's going on, brother? He says, did you gentlemen like Bertino's The Dark and the Wicked? Not stoked on this mess. Did get Killer Clown Steelbook today. Cheers. Nice. Very nice. Enjoy your Steelbook. Dark and the Wicked was sensational. Came out in 2020. A lot of people compared it in terms of how good it was to a Hereditary. I thought it was a sensational film. I agree. Nice. I loved Dark and the Wicked. Josh is not stoked on this mess. I'm assuming he's referring to the Strangers trilogy. Brandon, I've got something I want to talk about with the chat as well. Thank you so much, guys. Let me give y'all a clip for all y'all's support tonight. I appreciate it. Let me give y'all a clip. Let me give you a classic.
It's always been Creepshow 2. One that we have is great value, so it's a Creepshow 2 also to me just feels like that perfect 80s time capsule. You know what I mean? Like with the Firebird and the second sequence and all that stuff. The one that we have is great value, so it's a Walmart brand. It'll flip your lunch tray.
Dude, that was so long ago at this point. Crazy.
Brandon, I got to make new clips. Brandon, I want to talk about this with the chat. I got a movie I'm really excited for. The movie in question is In a Violent Nature.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I watched the trailer again yesterday. I was showing it to a buddy because he was asking me about Strangers. And I said, I don't think I'm going to go. I don't think I'm going to go see it in the theater. Like, I got enough content going on right now, Brandon. Like, the video me and you film probably won't come out till November.
Jesus Christ.
No, of course, I'm kidding. My point is I have content ready to go, right?
Excellent.
So I don't need to go see this movie. You know, I don't need to get a review out for it. Now, there's some movies I just really wanted to go see, like The First Omen, which I thought was a damn good movie. And, you know, the talk show movie. What's it called?
Oh, The Late Night with the Devil.
Which is still easily my favorite horror movie of the year. Loved it. But I was saying to myself, people were messaging me yesterday, like, Christian, what do you think about The Strangers? You going to say? I don't know. And I was like, I was telling people, you could tell me. I'm probably not going to go see it. And they were just like, man, it's literally like the most AI movie ever. It's just the typical dumb character stuff, silly mistakes, tripping on this, tripping on that. You know, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what, man, like, to hell with this crap. I'm ready for In a Violent Nature. And I watched the trailer. I was telling my buddy about it. I was like, man, why don't you just go see this at the end of the month? And we watched the trailer, and he was like, man, what the fuck is that?
It looks so trippy.
Doesn't it look
Dude,
like Jason Lives?
the first trailer I saw, I'm sure there's multiple trailers, but the trailer where it's like there's no words, it's just like weird ambient music, and you're following this dude through the woods. You see
Comes
the
right out
lake,
of the
you see
ground.
dock. Yeah, you see the lake, the dock, you see him killing people. I thought it seemed like it could have been one of those Blair Witch 2016 situations where like this is going to be a Friday the 13th reboot. Like this is what this is. It totally could be a Jason film as far as I'm concerned. But I think it looks great. It's going to be weird. I know it's from the point of view of the killer. Like that's going to be awesome. That's going to be sick. Hopefully. I hope they don't drop the ball and it's just another horror movie that gets buried with all the other weird shit. I hope it does really, really well. I hope it is really, really good.
Do you feel like these kinds of movies, for instance, and for the chat as well, I want to get your take on this. Do you think that the audiences are begging for something else to go see? Because you look at these Late Night with the Devils, they're doing good.
Mhm.
I mean, they're doing good at the theater. People are going to the theater. I mean, I went to the theater to see Late Night with the Devil. I couldn't wait to go see it.
Yeah.
And I went to my theater. There was people in that theater, a number of people. You know, these are IFC movies. Now, IFC, when we were coming up, Brandon, in our day, IFC meant DVD at Blockbuster. IFC films. That's what we saw. Or they used to come on. What was that channel on TV? It was kind of a pay-per-view channel, but not really. I can't remember the name of the channel. It used to play a lot of horror movies. It might have been the IFC channel. Wasn't that a channel? The International Film Channel? Is that what it was called?
Maybe.
But anyway, when we were coming up, IFC is usually what we watched on DVDs, like at Blockbuster. We rent a movie and be like, oh, it's an IFC movie. But like now I feel like they're coming up. Shutter's got enough steam that they're partnering up with these companies, and Shutter movies are starting to really good. I don't know if you're aware of this, Brandon. Shutter I think they were an MGM company. And then MGM kind of separated. What I'm getting at is Shudder had a parent company.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, Shudder was basically aborted from that company, and they parted ways, and Shudder was its own unique entity. A lot of people were freaking out, saying, "Oh my God, Shudder's going to raise their prices now," blah 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 blah. Well, I didn't freak out. I said, "No, horror fans ain't gonna stop using Shudder." AMC, thank you, AMC.
That makes sense.
Shudder seems to just only be gaining momentum now, and to see what they're doing with these movies that are going out to the theaters, I think it's sensational. You also got Screambox, which their kind of claim to fame right now is being with Bloody Disgusting and doing the Terrifier films. So Brandon, I've got a bold prediction. I think you are going to say by the end of this year, you're going to come out and make a declaration. You're going to say, In a Violent Nature is a better film than Terrifier 3. I don't know why I think you're going to say that, but something tells me you're geared up for In a Violent Nature.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. I would love for an art house film like this to be better than Terrifier 3.
You agree that Terrifier 3, everybody's excited, but it's not the same as Terrifier 2. Terrifier 2 was like insanity, right? Like you can't recreate that explosion.
No.
I'm not saying 3 is going to be a bad movie, but you got to admit, like it's not as exciting. It's exciting, but Terrifier 2 was like, it was a cultural thing.
It was.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's see what the people are saying. I had to leave and watch the trailer. Yeah, that looks sick. Shudder is still owned by AMC. Oh, I remember a few years ago, it was all over the internet. I was doing a stream with Piz about it, and AMC let him go. Cody Leach said In a Violent Nature was just okay, but to be honest, his opinion tends to be very different to the normal audience. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of Cody's reviews, but I think that makes sense. I can see that. I hope people are looking for that stuff more. Have you guys seen the latest IFC flick Stop Motion? No, this is news to me. Yes, go check out the trailer. I've heard you follow the killer's walk through the woods to his next victim. I heard you follow the killer's walk through the woods to his next victim in real time. Brandon, doesn't that sound just like strangely cathartic?
So cool.
You know what I hope happens in that scene, Brandon?
What's that?
No music.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's got to be
footsteps.
just like just the noise and the ambiance around him.
What are we sipping on tonight? That's a strange looking bottle.
This is Iberia.
Grapeseed oil?
It's aloe drink with chia, acai, and watermelon.
I thought that was grapeseed oil.
Oh, dude, it looks like grapeseed oil.
The bottle.
That would probably taste better, actually.
What's that taste like? It looks like sewer water.
I love aloe drinks with the chunks of like stuff floating around in them, but this flavor is weird. I'm not sure if it's I guess it's the acai. Am I saying that right? Acai? It's just got a very strange flavor. It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. But I'm drinking it, you know? Mm. Mm.
That's a glowing review. Oh, man.
Such a bad aftertaste, though, you know? God.
Mike Mack with a $9.99. He says, have you guys seen the new Jason Lives tease from Gutter Garbs? That site has been on a roll lately. Brandon hasn't been on Instagram.
I have not.
We can get into that. We can get into that in just a second. But Mike, I ordered the classic poster tee from Gutter Garbs. I told that I'm friendly with the owner. I told him he's got to take it easy. He posts shirts way too soon. And as soon as I order one in 2 days, he's like, oh, get this one now. So he kills me. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Nothing but wrestling. $5. Do you both go back and watch trailers to classic horror movies from the 80s? If so, do you each have a favorite trailer?
I think I do. You want to go
What's
first?
your favorite? Yeah.
I think my favorite horror movie trailer, at least from the 80s, I think there was just one trailer, and it was a teaser trailer, and it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 teaser where you see the close-up of the chainsaw blade. It's getting oil put on it, and you hear the guy saying, 13 years ago, we shocked audiences across America. Now he's back. The buzz is back. And then it cuts to Leatherface bursting through the wall, chasing Caroline Williams down the hallway, and then it cuts with a chainsaw cut.
Oh, that's
Texas
classic.
Chainsaw Massacre 2, The Buzz is Back. Such a great teaser. Like, if I was around back in 85, 86, I would have been so hyped in theaters for that.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Such a great trailer. Before trailers gave every bit of the fucking movie away. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a teaser. Just a teaser.
Oh, man, the teaser trailer was... this is kind of cheating because it's 1990, but I think Nothing But Wrestling will allow it. Staying in Texas, the Part 3 teaser trailer, where the Evil Dead-esque ghoul woman pops out of the water and throws the chainsaw out, and then Leatherface grabs it.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be one of my favorite trailers of all time.
I always thought that Leatherface in that teaser trailer looks like John Goodman. I don't know why. The mask is so John Goodman-esque. I swear to God.
I wonder if that was a different actor.
It doesn't seem like it's what is his name?
Not
Arlie
Bill
Ermey?
Johnson.
Is it Arlie Ermey? No, Arlie Ermey is not the right name.
No, that's the veteran guy.
Damn, what the hell's his name? Let me look this up.
Thank you, Nothing But Wrestling. I appreciate that.
R.A. Mihaloff. Mihaloff. R.A. Mihaloff. Whatever his name is. Fantastic Leatherface. Did a good job.
We got another question. $5 from Salem Stations Podcast. I want to take a second really quick, guys, to say I will be at Texas Frightmare tomorrow.
Nice.
Dallas, Texas. Guys, if anybody's going to be there tomorrow, come find me. Come say hello, give me a hug and a kiss. We got Salem Station Podcast, $5 super chat. Just bought the Late Night with the Devil umbrella set. I did too. I'm trying to get Brandon to get that. Maybe next time. Have y'all seen Abigail? My favorite horror film of the year so far. Thoughts on the Jason universe? We're definitely going to get into the Jason universe up here in literally just a second. Salem Station Podcast. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I haven't seen Abigail, not because I don't think it's a good movie. It wasn't something I was excited to go see in theaters, but I'm hearing good things. So I think it's some kind of vampire movie about a kid. Mm-hmm. So what do you know? You know, they had pretty good reviews. I don't think it crushed at the box office, but that is good that the movie is getting, good reviews and stuff. I will see it, Salem Stations Podcast. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to make it a concerted effort to review it when I get it on Blu-ray. So hang tight if you want to hear my thoughts on the movie. So as soon as I can see it, I will. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Before we get into the Jason universe, Brandon, why don't you tell everybody what happened with your Instagram social media accounts?
Instagram got hacked last week.
Gutierrez Tabado.
Yeah, I got a theory on how it happened, but I'm not really sure, so I can't confirm it. But it got hacked, taken over. The guy changed the name to Gutierrez Tabado. He posted like 1,000 pictures. He didn't delete any of my stuff, at least not at first. And then the account finally got taken down, and I'm in the process of trying to recover it now. Tonight, I actually sent a friend request to both Christian and my fiance, and they didn't get the request, so I got worried, and then it had me do some kind of a video verification process. I had to go like this with my phone camera, which I also got my phone back because that's been gone for 11 days. Record my face, and it's going to compare it to all my old content. And if they find that it matches the old content, they're going to delete the guy's new Facebook account. He's got connected to it, and remove his access and give me back control. So we'll see if I get it back. If I don't get it back, it's not a huge deal, but it would be more convenient and better for memories and stuff if I do get it back. What a pain in the ass, though, dude. And that's with two-step verification. So I'm not really sure how it happened, but I have a theory. And it sort of involves my work. So we'll see.
And to top it all off, this happened while you were out of a cell phone.
Exactly. So I couldn't really see it was happening until way after. So I'm not having good luck the last couple of years with this hacking stuff. So it's kind of bizarre. But it didn't happen at home here. I confirmed that 100%. So
were you at peace though, not having your phone, or did it make time go by slower at work? Or
no, I was fine at having the phone because at work I'm doing work at work, and I'm only passively logged in on Facebook, which I still had access to. I had the wherewithal to get ahead of the curve and get YouTube and Facebook and Google, refitted with new passwords and new encryptions and stuff before they got to those accounts. So those were always fine. It was just pretty much the Windows account, obviously Xbox Live along with it, and then Instagram. Everything's back now except for Instagram. So it's not a huge loss. But again, it would make things easier if I get it back.
Right.
So,
well, Brandon, we hope we get you back on Instagram.
Thank you.
They got you.
They got me.
Guy, thank you. Nothing but Rustin says, I'm a new subscriber to the channel. I recently watched a bunch of your past videos, and I've enjoyed them all. They're a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I'm glad you just found the channel. Mm-hmm. Brandon, let's talk about this Jason universe. Let's
do it.
Are you familiar?
I just saw the post like 2 hours ago.
Let's get the actual information. All right, so here we go. Let me share my screen. All right, let's see. Can you see this, Brandon? Let me see my page.
Yeah,
bloody disgusting. All right, Jason Universe. Horror Inc. begins a new era of the Friday the 13th franchise. Here's the plan. All right, while we wait to see what happens with the A24 and Peacock's planned TV series, Crystal Lake currently undergoing a showrunner change. Horror Inc. has announced Jason Universe via an exclusive report from the IGN this afternoon, which is said to be the dawning of a new era from the original owners of the Friday the 13th franchise. What does this mean, you ask? IGN details in their surprising report today, new Friday the 13th activations will span a wide range of platforms from entertainment, games, immersive experiences, merchandise, and more to be announced throughout 2024. Okay. From entertainment, games, immersive experiences, merchandise. All right, let's take this one by one. What the hell does entertainment mean to you?
I think it's just a whole bunch of malarkey. That's what I think it means. I think if they were going to say films, they would have said films. This is such a sham. What a damn joke. This goes back to exactly what we were talking about with the trilogy thing. Why are you announcing a Jason universe?
Look at that hockey mask, dude. Look how shitty that looks.
Everything about that's horrible. Look at the universe thing. They're using like the one. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, 1 and 3 trying to make 13. I see.
Dude, that's ridiculous, man. It's so stupid to me because like there's already a Jason universe because there's a Jason franchise. Just like there's a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise with Freddy. Are you going to announce a new Freddy universe? Like I don't know.
There's a
I'm
little
so
bit
sick
more.
of these cinematic universe things and stuff like it's just
Oh,
come on.
I totally agree. There's a little bit more. Let's keep going though. Games, I'm down for new games. As a matter of fact, Harry Manfredini already said, like at a convention interview, that he was scoring a new video game. So, I mean, I'll take a new video game because I did love the game for Xbox and PlayStation 4. I still play it till this very day. I think it's a great game. Merchandise, well, there's always merchandise. There hasn't been a lack of merchandise. So that's, that's that. All right, let's read this quote. With the unique ability to remain at the forefront of pop culture for 44 years, Jason continues to top charts as one of the scariest villains of all time with strong global awareness across multiple generations, thanks to billions of TikTok views plus millions and millions of gamers and movie fans, said Sherry Khan, global GM of Horror Inc. We can't wait to introduce new Jason Universe activations to these amazing... Brandon, I want you to read that, what I just highlighted. Read that out loud because I need to hear that out of your mouth.
We can't wait to introduce new Jason Universe activations to these amazing fans.
What the hell? What the hell is a Jason Universe activation?
Sounds like mumbo jumbo from somebody who can't talk.
Jason Universe activation.
What a fucking... This is such a joke. This is making excitement for stuff that's never going to happen.
Is it going to be a Jason NFT? Victor Miller is the writer of the original Friday, who won back the rights to the original horror classic several years ago. The film's director, Sean Cunningham, has been battling Miller over the legal ruling ever since. From what we gather, Miller, Mark Toberoff, and Robert Barsamian joining forces for the Jason... I'm assuming that's his lawyers or something. Joining forces for the Jason universe means the team has access to any and all existing elements of the Friday the 13th franchise. Same goes for the Crystal Lake series, which all three are involved in. But it doesn't mean they can make any new Friday movies. Former Crystal Lake showrunner Brian Fuller explained back in 2022, the movie rights are a completely different thing. They are tied up at New Line and are super, super messy. An official website for Jason Universe has been launched this week where you can sign in, up to receive dates and the latest news. Be sure to get on that ASAP. Brandon, you want to look at the Jason Universe page?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Well, there's really... All right, so there's really not a link. But I mean, I clicked on the link. This is the Jason Universe page. It says, oh, here we are, Brandon. JasonUniverse.com, Brandon. Sign up. Get your email ready. Gutierrez Tabado. Welcome to a new era. Welcome to a new era from the original owners of the Friday the 13th franchise.
What a terrible tagline.
Brandon, look at this.
What the hell does that mean?
Brandon, look at this. Jason Universe.
Oh, God, kill me.
I mean, what good can come from this?
I think it's just...
What's missing, not movie-wise right now, but what's missing that you could say, okay, we can fill in this gap. Let's just try to give me something positive out of this. I'm serious. Give me something positive out of this.
I don't see anything positive.
Because
I don't consider this movement on the franchise, so I don't really consider it positive. It's just more of the same. We already have video games. We already have merchandise. We have T-shirts.
Well, we had video
games. We had video
games.
Yeah, but we have all this crap.
But you see what's funny, Brandon? There's weird merchandise that they had to pull a few years ago. You know what's really weird? They made Friday the 13th ice cube packs, like those little they were like gel little ice cube packs, and they were hockey masks. And you put them, you fill it up, and then you stick it in the freezer, then you pop them out. And City wanted me to get some because we saw them at Second and Charles like 4 years ago, and like 2 years ago we wanted to go buy them, and I was like, City, we can go online and find those, I'm sure. And we were trying to find it, we couldn't find it. And then we, strangely enough, found an article that actually said, due to licensing reasons, the Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees ice pack has been pulled. Like what? What?
Ridiculous.
But like this that but it's not like other Friday merch wasn't out there all the time anyway. So that just didn't make any sense to me. I think we got a super chat. Let me get to this. Big K Movies and Games. Thank you so much. I would love to do a sequel to 4 and continue from there. That ain't happening. Big K. I appreciate the $2, but I mean, I think they did have the perfect sequel to 4, and that was Jason Lives. You know what I mean? If what you want is Tommy Jarvis back, that's a different question. Or that's
I feel
a
like at this
different
point,
thing.
any hopes for a requel or a direct sequel to any of those
No,
movies
it's
is
just wait.
it's gone at this point.
Yeah.
It's over.
But anyways, let's see what else we got, Brandon. We got Welcome to a New Era from the original owners of the Friday the 13th franchise, Jason Universe, Brandon. Sign up to get the latest Jason Universe news. That's it, I guess. Powered by Horror Inc. Follow us on the Universe X, Instagram. Brandon, whenever you get your Instagram fired back up, you can follow the Jason Universe, Facebook and TikTok. So I don't know, Brandon. What are you thinking?
I just think it's just, again, we have all this crap already. And as far as the experiences go, we already have Jason Haunted Houses, all kinds of stuff. Halloween Horror Nights has had plenty of Friday the 13th stuff like that. So it's just like, what the hell? I don't know. I feel like it's pointless. It seems pointless.
Well, how did you feel when they announced the show? Because you don't strike me as a guy that. Actually, I really can't pin you down because you don't strike me as a TV guy. But then, like when you get excited about something, like you get vocal about, like Twisted Metal. You were all about that,
dude. Stoked for season 2. # Sweet Tooth. I don't know, man. I have no interest in a Crystal Lake prequel. None of that timeline fascinates me at all. And the fact that they can do whatever they want to with the rights and like show Jason, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I think I'm just old and folded and grumpy. But I think it's just. I don't know. I can't even formulate a sentence. I just have complete apathy for the idea of a Crystal Lake TV show. I want Friday the 13th movies. I want them to build an arc. Start from scratch. I don't care about a fucking TV show.
How important is it for you for it to be called Friday the 13th? Because that, as silly as it sounds, Brandon, I say that because of this question right here. How come the rights are still a mess? I thought they settled the lawsuit a couple years ago. There's a lot of moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing was the lawsuit about how after 35 years, the screenwriter for original film can reclaim back their script as their own property, and anything in that script becomes their property again. We've seen this happen with a lot of stuff. I believe this is going on with Elm Street right now in a big way, with the Wes Craven's family going through the motions with, the rights to the original Elm Street script, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a big mess with that. Then, Sean's involvement, obviously he retains a certain sense of authorship, I think, legally with the movie, and then in the sequels going forward. And then you look at Paramount, Brandon. This was like, I've never seen this happen before. Paramount sells the use of Jason, the character, to New Line, but not the name Friday the 13th. So they could never call a movie. New Line could never call a movie Friday the 13th. That's still retained with Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
They do their thing. They make Jason Goes to Hell. They make Jason X. They make Freddy versus Jason, which was a big event. And I don't think people realize this, Brandon. In 2009, New Line started making the remake. Paramount came in. I read all about this in a big magazine. This was a big thing, but it didn't really break public in a big way. I'm sure it was written about here and there, maybe on websites like Bloody Disgusting. Paramount said, no, you can't make this and call it Friday the 13th. You don't own the rights to that title.
Mhm.
So because the movie was already in production, they struck up a deal. Paramount was able to distribute the movie foreign, and New Line Warner Brothers distributed it domestically. So if people overseas that are watching the show have some of the box sets that just came out, for instance, Paramount put out a Friday the 13th box set a year or so ago, and it's a red DVD case. I don't know if you've seen it, Brandon. It says Friday the 13th collection 1 through 8. In America, it's 1 through 8. And it comes with the 8 Friday the 13th films. In the UK, that box set is 1 through 8 with the remake in there because Paramount got the rights to distribute the remake.
Mm-hmm.
So that remake, Brandon, had a mess in it, but we lucked out because New Line kind of just started making it. And then Paramount was like, well, shit, we have to work this out. We've already, so the fact that we even got that remake looking back is even a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or not, Did you know, though, this is what blew me away, Brandon? Did you know that they actually were going to make a TV show in like 2017 for the CW?
I feel like, I heard something about that. I saw a bunch of the
I was
images and
flabbergasted. Let's look.
Yeah.
We got to look at this. I want to show the audience this. Because the pictures of this. Oh, God damn it. I'm getting the 80s show. Friday the 13th canceled show images.
The Jason masks and stuff they made for it looked pretty good. They got pretty far.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I got to say, I actually really like it. Check this out, audience. Y'all going to like this. So they were making this damn show, Brandon. Look at that. I mean, what do you think?
Farther with this than this damn the new one.
I think that looks good.
It looks like a good cross between Final Chapter and Jason X when he's unmasked in the.
It does have a Jason X vibe to it.
It's not bad.
Is this
I think it's too much hair, but it's not bad.
Is this the hockey mask?
That's what they were going to use. Yeah, I remember the cracks in it.
I
wasn't a big fan of that. I think it's the wrong shape, though. I like the cracks, but the shape's a little bit too wrong. It looks weird. That picture at the top, the third one from the left, looks really freaky. I'm assuming that's a makeup task.
Friday the 13th designs from canceled film and TV series revealed.
That's a good shot.
Let me see if this website. I pulled up the website, looking at the tabs, seeing if it shows us the images. Oh shit, Brandon! We just hit the jackpot. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this. What a shame, right? I mean,
but again, it might be a blessing in disguise because, like, how good of a show could that really have been?
I don't know. I mean, it looked like it was kind of cool to me. All right, let's look at these images.
So there's a prop dummy. So they were going to make them pretty big.
Kind of has the classic outfit. Got the garden gloves.
Yeah, from part 6. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, how are you with... I like a little bit of hair, the long hair on Jason like that, because that's, to me, that represents, the original series.
If they're going to do the hair, I want them to quickly have it get burned off, like permanently incinerated, so he's just bald. I just think there's something scarier about like bald Jason.
Like part 3?
Part 3. Even in part 4, I feel like part 4, I know he has hair in part 4, but most of the time it looks like he's just straight up bald. You know what I mean? I just like that look better. I think it looks better. This is okay, but the 2009, there was just way too much long blonde hair.
See, on this one, he ain't got no hair, but he looks...
I think it's supposed to be like young Jason right there.
Those big eyes are freaky.
It's a good design. It's a very good design. I think that looks better than how they made Mears look in 2009's Jason, to be honest.
I love the Mears look. Let's see what else we got. Oh, look at this shot.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's very much akin to, you know, you can see the remnants of the final chapter on there, but the lopsidedness and the droop on the right side,
and the weird teeth for sure.
but Jason had 2 different color eyes.
Yeah, because like one eye was like didn't work. This looks almost it looks almost like Pluto from Hills of Eyes.
It's pretty freaky. You know,
It's a damn good design. It looks very real. Looks very real. That shot is so freaky looking, that dummy.
see, I like that hair, but I think it looks even better with the tater sack, and you just kind of see it coming out a little bit. You know,
it's a freaky looking expression. I know that's a dummy, but that like weird sort of shocked, I don't know what I'm doing expression on his face would be a very scary situation. That's how he always looked. Like never have him look angry. Just always have him look like he doesn't know what's going on. I'm like, that's a really scary situation.
What about these variants?
I kind of like, see, the one in the middle is cool, but it's way too.
I like the one on the right.
Way too angry. The right's good. The left just looks straight up like Jason X to me from here.
Yeah, it really does. They even got the indent for the strap.
Yeah, maybe that's where they started. Maybe. Because I'm sure they were working off New Line's designs a little bit, probably, right?
You have to imagine.
Like that's there's totally Jason X in there, right? I'm convinced, right there.
Oh, dude, I like that a lot.
That design right there is different from the ones above.
Yeah, I wonder if this was the final design because of how detailed this is. I wonder if this was the final design.
I do like the lip all the way up here. It looks like he looks like, what's his name? Is his name Chameleon from Hills of Eyes?
I know the character you're referencing. I don't know if that's his name. Damn.
That's freaky looking.
I like it a lot. Now you see the Dr. Phil hair. I would get rid of. You can see the strand of it.
Yeah,
right there. Damn, that's.
Yeah.
It appears Sean Cunningham wanted to take a more meta approach with Crystal Lake Chronicles, where the Friday the 13th film is actually based on a real life deformed woodsman living in Crystal Lake. Although, for what it's worth, that might have benefited the campfire street aesthetic that some of the earlier franchise entries are known for.
Dude, to be honest,
I love
John. Like I love John Carpenter. I want him to get the hell away from the Halloween franchise. I like Sean S. Cunningham, but get the fuck away from Friday the 13th, dude. He's never understood it. He made a good first film.
Who's Sean?
Yeah, he doesn't get Jason. He's not in charge of good Jason films. Like Jason Goes to Hell is good because time has been good to it, right? But it's I just don't think he doesn't understand Jason, and I don't think he should have any business being a part of it. Nor do I think the writer should either.
Well,
I know Jason as this version we love. He knows the original version he wrote as a kid. Like
I hear you, but I also I hear you, but I also can tell you from being a big fan of Sean and a lot of Sean's work. I'm a really big fan of like Deep Star 6, like The New Kids. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's really good. And of course, his producing on movies like House. I think Sean is a legend. I really do. I think Sean is the right guy now. I think because he's talked in multiple interviews, especially on the Jason X documentary. Jason X, Brandon, was done simply to make a movie to not mess with Freddy versus Jason.
Correct.
It really is that simple. But Sean, in that interview, which was on the Scream Factory box set, said, I want to come back and make another one, and I want to give the fans what they want. I want to give them Jason in the woods as they know him, hacking up, kids. And it's funny, it's because it's the most simple premise in the world, but it seems impossible to do. I almost think that doing TV, from what I understand, the TV rights is a totally different thing from the movie rights, which is why they're going the TV route, and which is why I'm assuming they were going the TV route here. And I was just looking at some comments saying people were saying They let me think. We got a super chat. It might actually been one of them. Big K, what's up? Big K gave us another $2 super chat. I'd rather 69 and Aardvark than watch a CW Friday. Thank you very
Oddly
much, Big
specific.
K.
Yeah.
I can definitely see where you're coming from, but as a big fan of Supernatural, which was a great show, and it might have even been UPN when the show was on. It might have even been the WB channel. I'm not sure. I don't remember when the WB channel went away. I think it was probably like 2003, but Supernatural started in 2005. My point is, Supernatural had some really great episodes, horror style episodes. As a matter of fact, I remember Creighton Duke was in Supernatural. I'm a really big fan of that show, Brian. I'm assuming you've seen a number of episodes.
I've seen. Shanna's a huge fan of that show. She loves it. I think everybody loves it around me that I know. I've seen season 1, 2, and 3. I love those seasons. The last episode I saw, which I'm assuming is the final episode of season 3, was where Dean gets ripped apart by the dogs and he wakes up in hell with the chains.
Oh man,
I think that's the last episode of season 3. I'm assuming
4. I think.
Okay, so I've seen up to that point, whatever that was in the series, and then I kind of just fell off.
Oh,
Not
dude,
because I didn't like it, I just fell off.
I understand. When he comes back from hell, that's like the next season right after that is just fucking dynamite.
I do kind of want to go watch them all.
Well, Brad, can I show you something really cool? I found at Second and Charles a box set of Supernatural, a Region B box set. Let's finish looking through this though. Let's finish looking through this. I mean, I hear you on Sean, I really do, but he was heavily involved with the remake too, and I understand you're probably not a big fan of it, but I still concede that remake is the least offensive out of probably any of the big remakes to me. Now, I'll say when I say that is not my Leatherface. Now, I'm in the minority. I am in the minority. I have no problem admitting that, and I will concede that I am just wrong. But I am okay with that. I really am. I'm okay with that. People love that movie, but that is not my Leatherface. That's not the way I would have done that movie. Do I need to even get into Rob Zombie's Halloween? Are you kidding me? It probably is the most offensive remake to the fans of the Halloween franchise. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Don't get me started on that.
Nobody needs to get started on that. The Friday remake, people just think, oh man, it's kind of bland. And that's fine. I can concede to that. You're gonna tell me Jason isn't a bad motherfucker in the remake? You're gonna tell me that Jason isn't respected with the way he's shown with the sack, paying tribute to the original series, then getting the hockey mask? And I used to have a problem with the fact that he kept one of the girls as a prisoner. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. He saw the girl like his mom. So I conceded at the end of the day, like, no, I think I get it. I think I'm okay with that. I think, Brandon, the remake is a good remake. That's all.
I thought you were saying something else. Okay.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I don't know. Look, Brandon, I don't know why I feel the need to defend that remake so much. I just think it's a good film. Not a great film, but I think it's a good popcorn movie, and I think it captures the feel of 2009 very, very well.
I mean, that's fair. That's fine. Like I said before, I don't absolutely hate that movie. It's just it doesn't feel like Friday to me. But again, yeah, it just doesn't feel like Friday enough to me. But it does feel like 2009. It just felt more like I don't know. It felt off. Something about that movie just felt weird to me. But while we're on the subject, my ultimate my dream scenario, because I think he was the best. He wasn't the leader of the franchise, but he was sort of the captain of the ship. I think Frank Mancuso Jr. did the best job possible with the movies he did. I think he had his hands in the pot enough to give directors creative freedom enough, but he still kept it in line with the overall vision of the series. Like, don't make fun of Jason. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can try this. You can't do that. I'll try to get you guys money to do this. We'll do what we can. I think Mancuso Jr.'s era was the best era. And I think he had a lot more attention to, or a lot more tender love and care for the franchise than anybody else has, I feel like.
I give Mancuso Jr. a bunch of credit for taking risks and also course correcting better than probably anybody ever has in horror. I mean, you have to admit, Jason Lives is probably the greatest course correcting horror film of all time.
Oh, man.
Brandon, a lot of people in the chat are saying they want us to talk about Roger Corman. We can definitely do that. I definitely want to speak on Mr. Corman. Antanas says, thank you for the 999. Antanas, he says, what year did Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller start having problems with the Friday the 13th franchise? Because I want to know the history of all these legal battles. Antanas, it's a very long story. I'm still learning about it. Get the Crystal Lake Memories book because these guys have had issues for decades. It's a lot. Crystal Lake Memories. Get the book, and it'll answer a lot of your questions.
Great book.
Thank you very much, Antanas. Yeah, Brandon. I guess we never started talking about Corman on here because we really talked about him a little bit on that Mario stream when we kind of found out about it. Corman. Let me get this out of the way really quick. I'm trying to be disrespectful. Let's see if there's any more pictures we can see. I do like
that mask is just, the design is cool, but the mask itself, that looks weird, does it not?
Well,
it looks like 2D or something.
I'd like to see it. It looks like the remake and Freddy versus Jason's mask.
It does.
I'd have to see it on Jason. I'd have to see how it rounds out his face. I'd have to see how it forms on him. I'd have to see it in lighting, but I do like the aging. Maybe we're gonna get to see it. Okay, so his hockey mask is on his head right there. Damn, Brandon, look at that weapon.
Machete's pretty cool. It's serrated. Yeah.
Hero prototype prop for the final look. Damn, dude, they got really close.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, they got really close.
I remember following it when it was happening, and I was sort of surprised it stopped because it seemed like they had already dumped so much money into it, So it's very weird that it didn't happen.
Anyway, so Mr. Corman is an icon, and I don't even know, Brandon. One of my favorite things Roger Corman did was Godzilla 1985, which was basically the American version for Godzilla 1984, the Toho version.
Right. That's the movie I grew up with as far as Godzilla goes, and that's my favorite one. He jumps into the volcano at the end, right?
I believe so. It's been a number of years since I've seen the 84 film, which is the way I grew up watching it.
Right.
Godzilla 1985 needs an American 4K or a Blu-ray release again. I think it's I don't even know that it's gotten an American high definition release.
I loved it, at least at the time.
Oh, Godzilla 85.
Yeah.
AKA Godzilla 84 with Toho is a classic.
So good. So good.
Mr. Corman is responsible for jumpstarting the careers of Martin Scorsese. You wouldn't have a Charles Band without Mr. Corman, of course. So many actors. I mean, without Corman, the ripple effect that Corman had, I don't think people understand. Brandon, he was producing movies still up until a year or so ago.
Producer, director, actor, all kinds of crap.
I really recommend people go on the Full Moon podcast on Spotify and listen to Charlie Band's interview with Roger. And Roger was talking just shop about the movie business, and he was discussing how when he was making movies, he knew he needed to keep the movie at a certain time, because if you keep the movie under X amount of minutes, like 90, if you keep the movie under 97 minutes, then the movie could fit on one reel as opposed to having two, and it would cut down on the shipping costs for the movies. And he understood the math of the business, and he was able to be successful by mastering everything he did. And I know there's a number of movies. I think Roger even directed himself. I can't remember if there were any staple titles that he directed.
Death Race 2000.
And that was Stallone was in that movie. Yeah. I think Mr. Corman even started the home video company New World Pictures,
Did he?
which I think that was Roger. And Hellraiser was under that umbrella. Humanoids from the Deep, JG says Humanoids from the Deep is a classic.
He did the Slumber Party Massacres, correct or no? I thought he did for some reason. Did he not do the Slumber Party Massacres? I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything super current he did off the top of my head. I think he did the what the fuck was that series called? Did he do the? Damn, is it called Dinosaur? No. Did he do Carnosaur?
I don't know if that was
God,
Roger.
he did those movies, dude.
Man, I really wanted
JG
Roger.
Michael says yes, those were him for Slumber Party.
He was 98 years old, Brandon, born in 1926. Now, Brandon, hold on.
Death Race was produced by Corman, not directed. I apologize.
Right, Brandon. I want you to think about this for a second. Roger was born in 1926, so he probably had solid memories. This is from about the year 1930 on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you really process how much he saw the world change throughout his life?
Dude, he was already almost a teenager when Wizard of Oz came out.
I want you to really think about that. Think about the renaissance of technology that Roger Corman saw and witnessed.
He was already in his 30s when World War II happened. Or 20s, excuse me, which is insane.
The Cold War, he went through that. He went through the Vietnam War. He went through the Persian Gulf War. I mean, he saw so much crazy shit. From the idea that when Roger was a kid, you know, he probably saw the advent of so many things that became staples in, you know, people's homes. Can you imagine when he saw like when he was watching TV, like when he was a kid, he probably just listened to the radio. When was the television invented? Was it the
30s, I think? Maybe the 20s? I don't know. 40s, maybe?
The home television. Just think about that, Brandon. Think about that. The stuff he saw in his life is staggering.
It's crazy.
You know,
it's crazy.
Galaxy of Terror is fantastic. I love Galaxy of Terror. Yeah, Scream Factory put that out. I remember getting it from them. Humanoids from the Deep is probably one of like the more bigger staples. The Butterman made me do it. Oh man. Yeah. A lot of love for Corman. I don't know, Brandon. What's your plans this weekend?
Not much, dude. Not much. I'm going to record a bunch of content, and I'm trying to build up a huge pool of stuff so I can schedule it out and have a consistent month or two, and then take 6 months off, and then, you know, not do anything, and then keep that grind going. You know, a month of content, 6 months off, month of content, 6 months off, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So my patrons have access to it already, Brandon, but you seemed like you really enjoyed that video we recorded the other night.
I did.
You can tell people about that. We did a what was it?
I guess you call it a physical media showcase kind of thing.
But like, Brandon, you see, like the real treat of those videos. What we did, zombie movies on home video, legendary zombie movies on home video. Brandon, the real key to those videos and why I think they work is it's really a therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about your childhood. You're talking about your memories, what you were feeling, why you felt that way at a certain time. When you look at the tape, you're telling me about, I was on my bike. I was riding my bike to the mall to get this VHS tape.
It's kind of mind blowing. You, like I said before, I'm not interested in doing physical media stuff. But then when we did that, I'm like, that was actually pretty damn cathartic and fun. So now it's inspired me to do that I'm just going to start taking stuff off the shelf, and anything that sort of clicks like that, I'm going to start doing videos on.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, Brandon, it's not just
not just the movie. It's
not just a movie. It's we're talking about our lives.
Mhm.
That's that's why I think I've been enjoying talking about DVD stuff lately. You know,
I hear you.
we need the Dead franchise ranking episode soon. But see, Brandon, if we do a Dead franchise ranking, we have to talk survival.
Well, it's got to be all 6 films. It's got to be all 6.
And then we have to have the second tier Dead movies, like all the movies that are
all the
Living Dead
remakes and
esque,
ripoffs. Yeah,
like Flesh Eater.
we just got to have a Night of the Living Dead ranking of all like 50 versions of that movie.
Brandon, do you think anybody would watch with us if we did the Living Deadathon and me and you did Night, Dawn, and Day? The stream starts at 3 a.m. We watch Night of the Living Dead. As the sun's creeping up, we start watching Dawn. And then by like 9 a.m., we're watching Day of the Dead. Do you think anybody would stream that with us and go through it with us?
I think so.
It sounds fun on paper, but how tired would you be?
I wouldn't make it, dude. I would be here like this. I wouldn't wake up either, dude. Like I would try. I would probably I don't know, man. If I went to bed at like 9 o'clock that night, like took a Benadryl or something, NyQuil, and then woke up at 3, I could probably do it. That would be 6 hours. Probably do it. You know.
Has the one with Justin come out yet? No, Justin one has not come out yet. It is available on Patreon. Yeah, Brandon, I love talking zombie films. It's a passion for sure. It's a great subgenre. You did have a little excitement over the Diary of the Dead steelbook. Do you want to see what it looks like?
Yeah. Do you have it?
No, it's not out yet. It leaked out online, and people are clamoring for this thing.
Also, you guys can't see it, but the TV behind me is not the normal TV. I got a new 55-inch 4K from Walmart for less than $300. It's a Vizio 55-inch 4K. And I was like, how are you guys getting rid of these things so cheap? And the guy was like, look, Walmart bought Vizio, and they're liquidating all the regular Vizio TVs for cheap because they're going to rebrand and reprice and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool shit. Because our TV fried a couple weeks ago. So I had to go get one like immediately. It's 55 inches, less than $300.
Is that
like
what you had? Is that the size you had before?
It's the first TV I had in here was 55 inches, and then that fried. That was a Samsung. And then we put Shanna's TV in here from her apartment. And that was like a 48-inch. So that's what was in here before. Now it's bigger. So this is bigger than what you guys are used to seeing. You can't see it, but I'm glad to have it. It's a fantastic TV. Fantastic.
Good. You got the DVD on
I do,
there?
yeah. The DVD. There it is. Classic. I'm telling you, I got so pumped up after that show the other night. I recorded like 4 more videos.
Good, dude. Good. Brandon, let's have a look at this steelbook. You ready?
I'm ready.
I think you're gonna not like it.
It's so random that they're doing a steelbook for that film, dude. That's so weird.
Feedback?
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Any special features that are new or no?
I wouldn't think so. You know, I think doing these steelbooks is a way for them to kind of
cash grab or get rid of excess discs.
I think get rid of excess discs for sure. Which is nothing wrong with that, you know. I'm with you. I think it's so funny. Now, if it was Survival of the Living Dead, I would just be like, oh man, I'm really gonna begrudgingly buy this. Brandon, Diary of the Dead, like for instance, Colt Gay right here says, I hated Diary Land and Survival all shit.
Oh man.
Romero ruined his legacy.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't, you know, Romero was never going to be able to recreate, you know, Night of the Living Dead again. He's never going to be able to recreate Dawn of the Dead again. But you know, that doesn't mean that those films aren't still looked and hailed at as classics, you know. Brandon, do you kind of feel like Romero, he had his time in the sun and he had his time, and when he was trying to make zombie films of today, he just didn't have the finger on the pulse of how to navigate the modern viewer. I mean, for instance, you've said to yourself you love the remake of Dawn of the Dead because the movie feels like it's fucking two-stroke dirt bike just going a million miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think by that point,
and that's not George's style.
it's not. And I think by that point, audiences of the time wanted fast 28 days later, cocaine zombies, fast storytelling, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't a huge fan of that era of zombies. I typically don't like super fast zombies, but in stuff like Return of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead 04, it works really well. But I think at that point, to make Land of the Dead in 2005 of all years, and it is a very slow movie to an extent, I just thought it was just really the wrong time. I don't like that movie personally. I know a lot of movie people do, but I think it was so far removed from day. He should have made Land of the Dead in like 95, not 2005. And then I think I'll say this outright. I think Diary of the Dead is way better than Land or Survival. That's what I think.
I agree. I think Land is all right. But I think Diary is the one.
Diary has such an old school flavor to it. I cannot put my finger on it because it's found footage. It's a modern film by all accounts, but that movie just feels so cozy and classic and nostalgic. It's so bizarre. I love that movie. I love that movie. I think Dimension Extreme was a great label for him to release films on. I don't know if Survival of the Dead was Dimension Extreme as well. And I don't know what happened with that movie, but I've only seen that movie twice, I think, maybe even once. And I think Survival just is so abysmally boring. I get the poetry of it. I get what he was trying to do, but and I think it sucks that he passed away knowing that people didn't really get it yet, because he said, I'm still waiting for people to understand what Survival of the Dead meant. But I just thought it was I don't think he ruined his legacy. You can't ruin your legacy like that. People just are they're gonna forget the bad ones and remember the good ones. He's always gonna be known for Night and Dawn and all that stuff.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead is, by all accounts, one of the greatest horror films ever made. Nothing can ever change it.
He's cemented. John Carpenter could have made 73 bad Halloween sequels, and he would have been still known for Halloween. So I think George is fine. His legacy is good. I just think it sucks that he didn't get to complete his Dead saga the way he wanted to. That's what I think sucks, because you wanted to make Road of the Dead, Twilight of the Dead, all that stuff, and then he passed away. So that kind of fucking sucks, you know?
Yeah. But Brandon, I do think it's a fun looking steelbook. It's nothing crazy, but it's charming, and I like the fact that if you look at it, it looks like it's supposed to be like the screen of a camera. I think it's a great idea to talk about the Living Dead movies and do our format like we have. You know.
Yeah. I'll be down for that.
Excuse me. Brandon, do you have anything on topic you want to bring up before we start to come to a close? I can't go too late tonight. I gotta wake up really early. Thoughts on the new Cheez-It flavored ranch? I saw an ad for it earlier. I don't know.
Haven't had it. No.
Have you had any snacks lately, Brandon? You want to talk about any new snacks?
Yeah, I had a on the juice aisle of your grocery store. In addition to these delicious aloe vera drinks, this one specifically
that are good
gross.
but are not good.
Gross. But like I had the peach juice nectar, dude, flipped my lunch tray. So good. I had the guava juice nectar, disgusting, gross. But I had the watermelon juice, straight up watermelon like juice nectar stuff. It's like comes in a giant soda can. The best thing I've ever had on the planet.
What's going on with this? Is this a new thing for you? Just trying new things?
Yeah, I was on the juice aisle. I stopped the cart, looked over and saw this weird stuff. I'm like, I should try some of this stuff. Because they're like 88 cents to $1 a piece, right? And they're so damn good. So damn good. I didn't realize this is the most random thing I could talk about right now, but I got to bring awareness, dude.
I hear you. Who did the better mid-franchise trilogy? Halloween's Thorn trilogy or Friday's Tommy Jarvis trilogy?
I'm gonna go with Tommy Jarvis because of New Beginning, Final Chapter, and Jason Lives. You cannot beat those films. As much as I love 4, 5, and 6 of Halloween, Final Chapter is a juggernaut. New Beginnings is like the sleaziest, funnest movie on the planet, and Jason Lives is my favorite slasher film of all time. So the trifecta, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't think New Beginning is negated by Jason Lives' existence. I think it's still canon. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. It's hard for me to pick, man. That's really tough. I love the Thorn trilogy. I do
So
have
good.
it. I do have it tattooed on me.
So damn
along
good.
with
But
part 2 and part 1.
like
I'm
Halloween
getting,
4 is
Brandon,
great.
I'm getting Return of the Living Dead right there. Then I'm done.
The logo, or you get it like Tarman's face or something.
All right,
just get the barrel. Get a barrel.
This is what I wanted to do. I'm gonna pretend you're looking at the poster. I'm gonna get the zombie with the spray paint bottle, and then the tombstone, and it's gonna say the Return of the Living Dead on there.
Excellent.
I don't know, Brandon. It's really tough. I think Final Chapter is one of the greatest slasher films of all time, but I love the Thorn trilogy a lot. I do. I mean,
it's difficult, but you got to make the choice, man. Luckily, we don't have to make these choices in real life. That's the good thing about all this. Both franchises will still be there, but goddamn, dude, Final Chapter and Jason Lives, even those two without part 5, are better than Halloween's 4, 5, and 6, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you got Ted White Jason versus
Ted White's a great Jason.
Jimmy Lloyd.
I got his autograph right up there. Rest in peace, Ted.
Rest in peace. The Thorn trilogy is so damn good, though. Son of a bitch.
Mozart's Ghost says, I keep buying Nature Valley's granola bars. Any thoughts on the granola bars from Nature Valley?
Not a fan. I was a fan, but I kind of got burned out of them. I like the honey oat one. So good.
Do you eat those kind bars?
No, I have not.
Have you tried the fruity? Have you tried? I don't know. I haven't tried it. Have you tried the Fruity Pebbles?
The cereal bars?
Cereal bars.
Dude, disgusting. They are sickeningly sweet, dude. It's gross. They taste synthetic too. It's just nasty. It's gnarly. It is very gnarly. Don't like it. Not a fan.
Let's see. I need to check something real quick, Brandon. All right, let's see. Okay. We can keep going for a little bit. I don't have to stop just yet. Romero is weird because it seems like he got pigeonholed into the zombie genre by the 2000s, even was going to make Goosebumps, Dead House movie, and Resident Evil. His Resident Evil script was leaked. I don't think it was favorably liked.
Yeah. It's probably a little bit too weird, even for Resident Evil.
Been dipping anything new in butter lately?
Not really.
Do you resent the Butterman nickname, or do you own it?
I think it's funny. It's all right. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. I do love butter. The most recent thing that I've spread butter upon was toast. You want to hear something really good? Toasted potato bread, lathered in butter, and then smeared with blackberry jam.
Where's this potato bread thing come from, though?
Have you never had Thomas's sliced potato bread?
I don't know.
What is your bread of choice? It's like standard white bread, like Wonder Bread.
I get white wheat, and Sydney usually gets. Sometimes she'll make sliders for dinner because she knows I love little sliders, and she'll put jalapenos on there, and she'll use Hawaiian bread, Hawaiian rolls, toasted Hawaiian rolls.
Hold
on, Brandon.
With all these nicknames, everyone that I accumulate like 3 pounds of fat.
Hey, there he is.
What is up, guys?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I dig that shirt.
Oh, thanks, man. It's my twins shirt.
Cody, it's good seeing you, man. I feel like I've been on an island with all this Instagram crap going on.
I know. I wanted
feel
to
disconnected. I'm like, what's going on here?
Dude, I wanted to email you, but I was like, well, I don't know if they hacked his email, so I didn't want to be like talking to
No,
someone.
they did. Dude,
Oh,
they
did
hacked
they?
everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been using my backup email, and thankfully I had that, but I've been like just cut off. Like I could use YouTube at work because I didn't have my phone either. My phone was broke. So I've been like on an island. I've had Facebook and YouTube at work. It's been a fucking bizarre 11 days, dude. But it's getting better.
Okay, yeah. Because I like I said, I almost emailed you, but I didn't want you, or I didn't want it to be somebody not you. And then I didn't want you to be like, oh, okay, Cody's the only one that hasn't reached out to me.
Dude, crazy. So I'm assuming you saw like all 1,000 the photos the guy was posting.
Dude, so I was awake when you started doing, or when the person started doing it, but I thought you were like either playing a bit or this was like something you did at work or something. You were just showing off your work. And I was like, who is this guy? But I was like, oh, okay. And I almost messaged you, but I don't think it would have done anything, right? If I messaged
No, he had already taken over by that point.
Yeah. But yeah, I was about to go to bed and I saw it. I was like, so that's amazing. Just Brandon being Brandon.
Dude, I'm just not having good luck this year, dude. It's crazy.
Everything
Tries he will, tries you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear.
That was perfect timing.
Go ahead, Cody. I'm sorry.
I don't know who that was. That wasn't me.
The Jamaican leprechaun.
Classic. Classic.
Cody, I got a question for you and Brandon and the chat. Who has, and this is the shoot. Who has the better chicken nuggets? And I'm not bullshitting.
God damn it.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
I like McDonald's.
I agree. Wendy's has good spicy nuggets, but the problem with Wendy's is a lot of times they're just stale and soggy.
Yeah.
But McDonald's is typically crispy and crunchy and like it has a little bit of grease, so it's good. The only problem with McDonald's is sometimes you get those weird like knots with the black veins. That sucks. But other than that, dude.
But hold on, Brandon. Time out. Let's say you got fresh Wendy's spicy nugs. Fresh.
Nope, because when McDonald's did the spicy nugs like a year ago, limited time, they were better than Wendy's spicy nugs. They were. Cody, back me up here.
I don't remember the spicy nuggets.
I never heard of this,
dude. I like Burger King has some spicy nuggets right now, and they're just like they have a weird oil on them, and it's like too like it makes your throat feel weird.
Yeah, I feel like Wendy's is falling off, dude.
Yeah, I want to try their breakfast, but I'm never up that early.
Oh, I'm going to get Chick-fil-A breakfast tomorrow morning. I've been telling myself for the last like 45 weekends I'm going tomorrow because they're closed on fucking Sundays, and that's what I always think about it.
Is that Jesus chicken?
So someone told me that their breakfast burrito is so good there at Chick-fil-A.
I didn't know
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, dude. And here, Chick-fil-A, they're being forced to be open on Sundays. Where I'm
really?
At. Yeah, coming up soon. I guess every company is supposed to be open on Sundays.
Wow.
So I don't know. Yeah, that kind of sucks for them, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Breakfast on Sundays.
Gar says BK chicken fries all the way. Brandon,
Chicken fries are good.
You strike me as a guy that can.
I like spicy ones.
The spicy ones are good. It's easy to put away chicken fries. You can just like go like you can see like a whole fucking 10 of those things, dude.
I think people sleep.
Brandon, do you know how funny that shit is? Oh wait, you don't.
No, he was, but I watched like 3 times today.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can add that to StreamYard.
This is something I missed in the
yeah.
troop. Damn it, I missed everything.
But it's a clip of you being like, people, I think they sleep or something weird like that. I'm like, wait, what?
God damn it!
Obviously, it was out of context, but
people were dying laughing at that shit. All right, let's see if I can find it.
I'm so hungry now.
I gotta convert it. It's gonna take me just a second. McDonald's has killer spicy nuggets. They'd flip your lunch tray. Dude,
That's
I've
true.
never heard of spicy nuggets from Mickey D's.
They were limited time, but they were so good.
Why would they be okay? Speaking of limited time, don't you guys really think that Taco Bell is the biggest bitches in the world?
Don't get me started on fucking Taco Bell. Every time I go there to get my fries, they're always gone. Every time they come back, I get a box, I leave, I come back again, they're gone again.
Yeah.
They had that awesome chicken empanada thing. It's gone. It was limited.
Mhm.
All they do is screw with me. I
See,
swear
man,
to God.
where I'm at, they're always sold out of things. It's like, what do you mean you're sold out of things?
Yeah. You can't just like unfreeze it and then just throw it in the fryer for me real
Yeah,
quick.
like I went to Jack in the Box one day and they had this new burger called like a smash burger, where all it is this normal burger smashed down, crispy on the sides.
Oh,
I go there and they're like, we're out of it. So I ordered the normal burger and they give it to me. He didn't want to spend the 3 minutes,
Right.
Crispy.
Jesus Christ. In-N-Out Burger. I don't think I've had them. If I've had them, I've forgotten about it.
I'm not a fan of In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. I'm not a fan of Five Guys.
See, I like Five Guys fries. I like soggy fries.
The one here is gross, dude.
Dude.
I feel like people sleep. What was that? Was that on the zombie show? Where was that from? I gotta know,
Dude. You know? Hey, do you know who Jack Handy is?
No.
Okay, it's like it was a thing in SNL back in the day. They're like random thoughts with Jack Handy, and he would just do he'd just say something random. He's like, yeah, I'd be like, so I went to the dentist, or no, or like he'd be like, so I went to the doctor to get my prostate checked, and then I realized I was at the dentist, and stupid stuff like that. And then I can see you doing something like that.
Oh yeah,
like a TikTok channel like that.
Right.
Jesus Christ! Well, you got 67 likes. Come on, guys, get me to 80 likes, and I'll play the clip again.
I just got you to 69.
Come on, Jesus Christ! Got 106 people in here, 68 likes. You rat motherfuckers!
Damn.
Y'all are Brandon. What is everybody in the chat doing right now? Because they're not liking. They're what?
I hear people sleep.
They're
sleeping.
doing what?
They're sleeping.
Come on, man. I'm going long for you guys tonight. I got to wake up early, but I'm going long for you guys tonight. Drop a damn like so I can sleep.
How far is the drive to Texas from where you are?
Oh yeah,
3 hours.
Three and change.
Yeah, but you know what? The staying up late and getting up early hits differently when it's not work. You're up doing something fun. Like when you have the next day off, you're just like, I don't mind sleeping 2 hours, but if I have to work, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got 80 likes.
I feel like people sleep. What was that in context to? God damn it! What is that? Is that from the zombie thing?
The way you said that, it's so sincere.
They do sleep though, dude. I mean, people do sleep.
One more time.
I feel like people sleep. You guys could have fucked with me forever because I would never have known what you guys were talking about in the group chat.
Brandon, watch your eye. You look, Brandon. You look straight into the soul of the camera.
I feel like people sleep.
Dude, you know what I've been thinking about all week too is hey, happy birthday, Brandon. Thanks, you too.
Tell me that's not Brandon though.
That is Brandon.
Kind of guy that'd be like, "Hey, Brandon, man, happy birthday!" Oh yeah, you too.
That's like me at the theater when they're like, "Hey, have a great," or enjoy the show. I'm like, "Yeah, you too." And I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, I always feel so stupid.
Brandon, we're getting more viewers the more I play the clip.
I feel like people sleep. Dude, I did something fucking horribly awkward this week, and I forgot what it was, but I'm trying to remember it now.
Are you wearing the same shirt too?
No, I'm wearing my blue shirt today.
Oh, okay.
This is
That
work
one was
tee.
great.
Got a super chat from Rumble Foreskin. The Butterman rules.
Oh, yeah.
Foreskin.
Thank
Hell
you so
yeah.
much, Brandon. Should we give him a clip?
Yeah, give him a weird one. I feel like people sleep.
It's funny every time. It's funny every time.
Dude, I was laughing so hard. I was watching it. Did you send it to us today or yesterday? Yeah, it was one, but I watched it over and over again. I was
I see. That's when he kicked me out of the group chat to send you guys that
Yeah.
thing. I feel like people sleep. Damn it.
Well, even your name was different when he popped you out of there. It's like,
Gutierrez Tomato.
Yeah. That fucking guy did some damage, dude. I hope I get that shit back.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the convention tomorrow. I'm the only people I'm gonna try to meet is Charlie Ban. I want to
shit,
talk.
is he gonna be there?
I need to talk to him. Like, I'm gonna be like, listen, Charlie, I'm truly your biggest advocate. I interviewed your brother Richard. He had a great time. You guys used my review on the website for the Puppet Master 3 4K. Please let me have a contact with you so I can book an interview for you. I read your book. I don't want to brag, but I really want to say, listen, I can give you one of the best interviews you've ever had. I'm your biggest fan. I know your story. I have questions about your life living in Italy. Please. Like, I really need to interview Charlie because I know that if I can interview him, my audience will learn so much about him still. There's so many, because I read his book, so I know what I want to ask to bridge the gaps. And I need to interview Charlie Band so much. I didn't ask Richard this, of course, because that would if I was Richard and I got interviewed and the person goes, "Hey, I'd love to talk to your brother."
Yeah.
No, because I love the interview I did with Richard. I thought that was great, and he's a legend. I'm gonna earn Charles Band, and I'm the same way I earned Richard. Richard was tough. He was like, "Send me your channel. I need to look it over." I was like, "Oh shit." Well, whenever he's going to watch Planet 30, but he ended up being really cool. He was awesome. So my goal is to talk to Charlie Band tomorrow. I already pre-ordered the new Primevals box set too, so I might even show my my purchase. Dude, let me show you.
He's like,
and then
dang.
the first question. Mr. Band, like, your films are legendary, but like the average person hasn't seen them yet. Why do you think that is?
I feel like people sleep.
What if that's what he does? He like goes to check out your videos and he just puts them right in the middle and it's like, I feel people sleep. And he's like, oh, God.
He may love it. He may love it. He may. He's now Charles Band. Dude, this is so cool. I don't get it. Like, it's rad. You guys got going on, man.
Either that or else like he like looks so into it. He's like, oh, that's the meaning of life. It's like, let's get that Tabata Vision guy on over here at Full Moon. And then, dude, you need to show him Brandon. He's like, I got that. What was that? You got the rag doll?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got the puppet.
Brandon had a video on his channel called like the biggest ragdoll collection for some reason.
Exactly.
I love those videos.
Nobody else has that collection, dude. Nobody.
I've never heard of it.
Why do you think people they're not into ragdoll?
You tell me. I feel like people sleep.
It's so funny. We can't recreate it. But when Cody first said that, when he hopped on, Brandon looked like, what? Like he didn't know yet because he hadn't seen the clip. It just went right over his head.
It did.
Well, I'm sure it went over everybody's head because only you and I knew. So people at home were like, what?
Exactly.
I've got a few Delirium magazines. It's a good magazine. Yeah, it's a really good magazine.
It's the new Rickroll.
Cody, what do you got coming up, dude? What do you got? Any events you're going to or any concerts?
So next weekend I'm going to a Hook showing where Rufio's going to be there.
Nice.
And then I'm going to meet Dick Van Dyke as well. He's 98 years old, man.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's next weekend. I'll be doing that.
Hell yeah. How was the Stones?
It was
Rolling
good.
Stones.
Very good, man. They went hard. They're still running up there. The youngest one is their new drummer, which is 79 years old.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then next concert, I have Justin Timberlake on Tuesday.
What's his biggest hit? Like as a solo guy? Is it that song Bum?
Is it maybe Cry
bum,
Me a River?
bum, bum.
It's got to be Cry Me a River.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum.
That show was everywhere on TV back in the day.
And then he has like Suit and Tie. He has all kinds of stuff. I try to see as many people as I can.
I know that Aerosmith is on their final tour. I really want to see them before they're done.
I'm seeing them
me
as
too.
well.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm also seeing Sum 41 on their final tour.
Yeah. Yeah, they're calling it quits too. Rubble Foreskin with $1.99. Thank you. Says please hit me with the Valentine clip.
Gotta oblige. Chris is like, where is that clip?
It's top 10 slashers. Okay. 10 I think number 10 is going to be Valentine.
Valentine at number 10? Valentine at number 10. Explain yourself. You know how many great slasher films there are, and you just put Valentine in your top 10.
Valentine is a fantastic slasher. Tell me about it.
That's old school right there, dude.
Dude, that is such a funny ass clip.
Tell me about it.
His response to tell me why it's a good slasher is milk duds. Valentine is a fantastic slasher.
It is. I do like Valentine a lot.
Hell yeah.
It's so funny. As soon as I start scolding Brandon, he immediately goes, "Yeah, I know."
The whole clip is Christian talking though, and then all of a sudden it's just Brandon.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Cody, what conventions do you go to?
So next weekend is going to be, it's called Phoenix Fate and Fusion. It used to be like Phoenix Comic Con, but they lost the name rights. So I go to that. Then they're having Days of the Dead for the first time out here, and then I'm going to Mad Monster. There's gonna be Ozzy will be there.
Nice.
Mad Monster is pretty big convention.
Yeah, well, yeah. And what's cool about where I'm at is it's still small, so every year it gets bigger and bigger. So like there never used to be lines, but like the last year when they had the Screamcast, also now there's lines. So it's getting bigger and bigger. So I'm glad I was able to like when I see like people show videos of like Texas Frightmares, it's like wall to wall people. Like,
oh, dude.
crap.
I can only speak to Texas Frightmare, but I do know people that are convention junkies. And I say that not in a derogatory way, but just they go to and a lot the few people that I know, about 3 or 4 people that I know that do go to a bunch of conventions tell me like the biggest and best one is Texas Frightmare.
That's what I've heard too.
And I mean,
Is
I'm lucky.
Is that where you're going tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Is Warwick Davis still going to be there?
No, he I think he's taking it easy since his wife passed.
That's what I thought.
So Ted Nicolau, I want to meet, director of Terror Vision, Subspecies 1, 2, 3. I think Ted did 4 as well, and the Subspecies 5. Ted's a legend in the Empire world. I'm gonna go meet him. His line shouldn't be too long. I don't know who else I'm gonna stand in line for. I'm way too impatient. Sydney was showing me this booth that has 11 by 17. They look like posters, but they're metal. They're like metal posters of movies with an LED ring around it, and like it kind of correlates to the color of the poster. So there was this person posted one. It was like I think it was Fright Night. It had a blue LED going around it, and there was a Return to Living Dead one that had a green LED around it. And it's 11 by 17. And I have a spot I can put it if I can go get that tomorrow.
What would you say? It's a frame?
It's like an 11 by 17 poster, but it's kind of like a metal kind of thing, but it has an LED light that goes around it. And I was like, oh man, I got to go to Terror Vision because they're going to have. So I just did a video a couple days ago where I bought a bunch of stuff from Terror Vision. I got WNUF, the Halloween special, which was awesome. Brandon would love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I feel like I've seen clips, but not the whole thing.
It was shot in. They make it look like it's an old 80s newscast, kind of in the vein of like a Ghost Watch. And they put this through 3 VHS passes to filter it and make it look old school. And they did a sensational job, and it was really good. Really good. WNUF Halloween special, Brandon. You would love it. Oh, it was so good. It was in the vein of like a Ghost Watch, if you guys have seen that.
That was on, it's on Shudder, isn't it?
It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
Please watch it. Oh, it's so charming and good. And they have a bunch of 80s commercials throughout it too, which that's really cool. So I got that. And then I got another movie I haven't watched yet. Hollow Gate, maybe is the name of it. And then I got some cassettes and records. So they're really cool because Terror Vision, I think they were a Vinegar Syndrome sub-label, and then they kind of separated and became their own thing. But they have cassettes, vinyls, and movies. And one of their big titles right now is Nail Gun Massacre on 4K. And they're going to have it at the convention. So I might see if I can go swing over there, say hi to those guys, and pick up a few things. Vinegar Syndrome's going to be there. Got a few things I'm going to look at. Severin. But I like to get some clothes. I got to get my brother a shirt. He wants a shirt. It's so funny because my brother, he's a horror fan, like, but he's not like a diehard, right? So he wanted me to come over tonight because we were working on a song right now that was going to drop on my Spotify account soon and stuff. And he was like, "Why don't you come over and help me track these drums?" So I said, "I can't, man. I got a show booked, and I got to go to bed. I got to blah." And he's like, "Oh, you going to that convention?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, get me a shirt." I'm like, "Okay, what do you want?" You know what? Give me the that one with the zombies in the basement. I said, thinking to myself, what? You know, the one with that guy, and immediately Evil Dead is what he's talking about. So like it clicked right away. He's talking about, you know, the hag woman that pops.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I want an Evil Dead shirt. I was like, all right, y'all like Hellraiser too.
I like how he sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know, it's so funny. People are like, hey, when's your brother coming back on the show? I was like, you guys really want him to come back on? He slept.
Yeah. What was that? It was
Brandon, why don't you want him back on the show, dude?
I feel like people sleep. They do. And he did.
People thought that was so funny because Trey's just doing this. And I'll be like, Trey. He'd smile. You all right? I'm doing good. Yeah, he wants an Evil Dead shirt, so I'm gonna have to get him one of those. Sydney likes to look at the vinyl booths. There's a couple they have some good stuff, but you know, they don't, it's pretty expensive. We got a Cramps record last year. We got a Songs the Lord's Taught Us, maybe. I can't remember.
I bought the Space Jam soundtrack on vinyl yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Very nice. Who put that out? Was that just like a Walmart thing, or
I don't know. I bought it at a record store. That's where I was. Remember, I sent you a video of that. I don't know, it was that little figure of Alice Cooper.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you know, we got a gorgeous print of Alice Cooper last year. It's in, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, maybe in my living room if I've shown it. It's a green picture. It's Alice Cooper that he has like a half skeleton face. It was a print I got. It was gorgeous. I got that at Texas Frightmare. So if I see anything Alice Cooper tomorrow, I'm going to grab it. Salem Station Podcast, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Lines at cons here in LA are as long as Disney. Oh, God. I can't even imagine. No, when you say LA, I can kind of assume a lot of that would be just in California shows as well. Maybe not just LA, but Cody, you can speak to Halloween 45.
It was a lot different than what I was used to. Like, there was a lot of people there.
When you say a lot, are we talking 10,000?
I don't know. See, so at my conventions out here, if you have a VIP pass, you can pass any line as many times as you want. Like, I was doing that with Nev Campbell like 4 times. I was like, sorry guys, you know. I was like, don't worry, I'm a limo driver and just walking past. But like, man, when I went to H45, you could only skip the line like 5 times, and it was on certain people. But it's like I felt like Sunday was a lot like calmer. So like I was kind of like walking around. At first, I was overwhelmed. I was like, I don't know what to do, because like as soon as you go in, everyone's going, like everybody's running to get in a line. So you get into one line, you're like, okay. Then you see somebody else who has a small line. So okay, I'm going to go over there. And as you're walking over, that line gets filled up, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like it was overwhelming for me. But I'm not used to the big conventions like that, you know.
Didn't you say that somebody yelled at you Planet Dirty?
Yeah, on the street. Yeah, I was
walking back. Kidding me?
I was walking back to my hotel between rains, because I wanted to make sure I got my poster back home, or back to the room before it started raining again. And I was walking down the wall, and then walking down the sidewalk, and a group of people were coming by like Planet Dirty. I'm like, hey,
Brandon, we gotta get you at a convention, dude. You realize, like, Brandon, if you realize, like, if you were at a convention, if you just go to a convention and some Planet Dirty fans come up to you, they're gonna like want to hand you something to sign, and they're gonna say, "Can you please sign? I feel like people sleep." Like, I guarantee you.
No, people are gonna have him sign
a butter
boxes, milk dud
exactly.
Boxes.
Yeah, I haven't been to a convention in 4 or 5 years now. The last time we went was Spooky Empire when Shannon was still pregnant with Isabella, so it's been a while. I wanted to go this year because Alice Cooper was there and stuff, but I think I missed it. I think it's over here.
You
Dude,
slept.
Dude, Alice Cooper never comes. Like he lives here, but he doesn't do any conventions here.
That's so weird. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
Oh man, but
I met Kane Hodder. I met Edward Furlong. I met Elvira. I met Felissa Rose, Otis, Spalding. Great meeting Sid Haig. What a cool fucking guy.
Yeah,
and I met Peter Criss. So I feel relatively
The Cat
fulfilled.
Man.
The Catman. And like I paid so much money for stuff, and like I vowed to not do that anymore because it's just too expensive.
it is.
And, like
it's
they don't
it's
care
really
who we are,
expensive.
really. It's just it seems
That-
so insincere. Like I'd rather just walk by and stare at them awkwardly. You know what I mean?
You know what though, Brandon? The people I meet, I'm not just saying this, but the people I do meet, they're not stars, and I think they really are taken aback. Like the kid from Return of the Living Dead 2. I forget the actor's name. The kid. He talked to me, and I said, "Your movie really is a part of my life, and your performance and that, like it takes me back to when I was a kid." And it's, dude, your movie is really important to me. And he was like, dude, you're wearing the shirt. Like I had my Return of the Living Dead 2 shirt on, and he was just like, he didn't want me to walk away. And whenever I would walk past him, he'd see me, he'd wave at me.
Yeah, man.
Same thing with the older sister for Return of the Living Dead Part 2. They were next to each other, and she was still hot, gorgeous woman. And she was just so happy because, you know, it's not like with these some of these other guys. I guarantee you, Brandon, when I see Ted Nicolau tomorrow, we're gonna have a great conversation. Because Ted is not a famous guy. Ted can go grocery shopping and nobody will bother him.
Right.
You know, but
Yeah,
he's
man,
a legend.
When I went to H45, the kid who plays Billy from Halloween 5 was $20, and nobody was meeting him. And like he was so nice to where I would meet him every time I went to one of these conventions. I would go, you know, say something, you know, especially at that price. And he was so nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
If they do a Halloween 50, which I'm sure they will, I've got to try and get to that because
I just don't want to go all the way to. I don't either.
I don't want to go all the way across
California.
country for it. It's gonna be so expensive of a trip, dude.
That's my neck of the woods, guys.
I know it's
know,
way
it's
closer
closer.
than I am. Like that's like the complete ass end opposite direction of where I am. Like all the way across the country. Like holy shit, that's gonna be a trip. But then again, I can't miss the 50th convention because there probably won't be another one after that, I'm sure. At least with people that are still alive, right? So
Yeah, it's getting there, man.
was Dick Warlock there?
He was, yes.
Fuck. Did you meet him?
So I took a tour with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Dick
Like, just say his name.
Dick Warlock.
It's not a trick. I'm not trying to like get into a gotcha moment. Like his name is Dick Warlock. What?
What a thug.
Like, are you fucking with a guy named Dick Warlock?
Dude, but it's funny because I released an H45 video and you can see me just walking on the street and like I'll pause it and be like Dick Warlock cameo. And, like he's just randomly there like the whole day with me.
Right.
So like after a while it's just like I'm just hanging out with my grandpa. And there's pictures of like us, like, you know, it's like we just get done eating lunch. We're like hanging out in the city. It was yeah, he was very nice, very cool guy. He talked a lot about because he's what's his name, stuntman.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's stuntman. So he talked a lot about his days in Disney and Kurt Russell.
Right.
Yeah. Which was pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, I'm really excited about tomorrow. I'm getting a new coffee table, and that's exciting. I'm trying to think of what me and Sydney are going to go eat, though, because we really want to go to, when we get out the convention, we're going to stop by a few places. I think Sydney wants to go back to the main, what are those stores called? Half Price Books. She wants to go visit like the main store, like the flagship store, Half Price Books, which those are pretty popular now. They're popping up all over the country. I wish I would get one, but we're gonna go to that, and I think Sydney just wants to go drive by the Alamo Draft House. And, they're playing Primevals tomorrow. I wish I could stay and watch it, but I've ordered every edition of that, so I'm just gonna wait. But Charlie is playing Primevals tomorrow at the Alamo.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So-
he was out here showing a couple movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I hope tomorrow's gonna be good. This will be my 10-year anniversary of going to this convention, man. Been going
Wow.
since 2014.
Oh wow! And you go every year?
Go every year.
Nice.
Yep.
Was that the one that you went with Nick and you met like Pizzow or not met him, but you saw Pizzow and Jeremy?
That was Scarefest,
Scarefest. Where's that at?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay.
And it was a good convention. It was good for me, because I was able to. It's funny because I'm really not an autograph hound, but I like to meet the people. But like I said to myself, I kind of have like my Return of the Living Dead section over here by the door. So I just need Dana Ashbrook from part 2. If I can get him, I've got Suzanne Snyder. I got the kid, Tom Matthews as Joey from part 2, and now I need Dana. I can't get James Caron, unfortunately, because he passed away.
Damn.
I mean, I could get his autograph, but it wouldn't. I would have wanted to got it from him. But
I'm also weird about meeting or getting autographs from people I haven't met.
Yeah.
Like for somebody like those, so like say I was like, hey Christian, you gave me Warwick Davis's autograph. Like I would like to meet him myself and get it. Like I don't know why it's weird. Like
oh no, I totally agree.
Same.
There's one instance though where I did have a friend actually take care of me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna meet Sean Cunningham," and I was like, "You have to."
I mean, if you have to, you have to, exactly. But like, Sam, I'm like, well, they might be in my neck of the woods. Like, because I just did that. I just got a Melissa Barrera one because I was like, when am I ever going to meet her? But I guess she's doing conventions now. So
here you go. Yeah, a lot of these people are getting into conventions because they're just, God, they could probably make what, Brandon? Like, what, 50 grand in a weekend? The amount of money they
ridiculous, dude.
Do you here's something you got? Here's something you got to think about. How exhausted do you think some of these people are by the end of the weekend?
They have to, especially because they have to take these people's energy in, so it's like, okay. And then some people come up with like some not dark stories, but deep stories. Like they're like, hey, thank you, saved my life with this movie, this and that. Like that's deep stuff to really like tell someone. Like,
oh yeah, they pour their soul out to these people. Do we have a birthday in the chat? I'm sorry.
Oh yes, it's going to be Davey and Chris from Movie Misfits. So Davey Deathray and Chris from Movie Misfits tomorrow.
All right,
excellent. Happy birthday to you guys.
Yeah, happy birthday, fellas. Excellent.
Happy birthday. Hell yeah. Let me give you a little clip.
I feel like people sleep.
Oh man. Yeah. I watched my Mario Brothers the other day, and it was a great experience. I didn't remember the soundtrack being so fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
that Walk the Dinosaur song,
dude. That track is the best track.
Everybody
dude.
walk that dinosaur.
So good.
Got it on the floor.
They used to play. I used to work at a grocery store, and they used to play it all the time. And I used to be like in the back room, just like pretend I was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So good.
Any closing thoughts, guys, before we wrap it? Cody, you got anything you want to promote? Working on anything?
No, I do have a Leprechaun video coming soon.
Nice.
So,
okay. Yeah. I know he's talking about.
It's going to be on its way soon.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should let me do a video of it for my channel again. I'm kidding.
You usually get all the exclusives.
Hey, Johnny was more than happy.
Yeah.
I love John Flesher. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Brandon. So Cody's got that coming up. Brandon, what's coming up on Tabata Vision? What's coming up on Tabata Vision TV? What's coming up on Tabata Tunes?
I have like 47 videos.
What's coming up on Gutierrez? What's coming up on Gutierrez Tabata TV?
Oh God.
Hopefully
a lawsuit.
Yeah. So are you able to get back on, or you got to just create a new one, or what's going on there?
I think it got reported and taken down, and he did so much damage to it. Like the account's gone. So I'm trying to retrieve the account, and like finally it just made me record a video to prove that I own the content, and hopefully in like 4 days they'll give it back to me. But
And it is that guy that's doing it, or is it just some random person like Puerto Rico?
Not really sure.
Oh,
I think it's that guy, but I mean, who knows? It may not even be his photos. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's just
But
random. Yeah, man. I really
everything
thought
else is back.
I
so.
just thought you were just taking pictures of, just like, hey, this is what I do for work.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
It's such a bizarre experience, but everything. YouTube's back. Google's fine. Windows is back. Everything's back except Instagram. So it's not a huge loss. I don't want to start over if I can avoid it. So I'll wait 4 more days and see. If 4 days comes and goes, then I'll make a new account so I get back. I miss breaking bread, so I feel disconnected from the world, at large. So.
There you go.
It's probably Christian who hacked my fucking account.
Yeah,
for being honest,
I would never.
Well, you know what's crazy is that
I wouldn't hack it for this long. I would after a day. I'd be like, all right, here you go.
yeah.
I deleted your channel. Just kidding. Here you go.
Well, that and it would be pictures of all of you. It would be all of you, though. It would be you, but like weird close-up photos. But anyways, what's funny is that, well, it's not really funny, but the night before that happened, there was somebody in Garrett's chat who's like, "Do you ever talk to Brandon?" And he spelled your last name wrong, and like he's like, "I don't know who you're talking about." Then later on, he's like, "Brandon Tomato or something." He's like, what? Like it was just weird that somebody, it was just random that somebody was like, "Hey, do you ever talk to Brandon?" And then 5 hours later, Brandon's posting pictures of this.
It could have been that dude.
His car.
It could have been that dude.
It was weird.
What a shit show. God damn it.
I thought that was part of the clip, though. What a shit show.
Dude, Demons 2 is god tier horror. Goddamn it.
It doesn't look like Brandon.
It doesn't, man.
Whatsoever. Who the fuck is that?
Brandon's different in every photo.
You got me skewed there, man. I've lost weight. I got like 3 chins now instead of 7.
Well, that and you look 10 years younger now.
I'm telling you, I'm just getting sexier as I age. It's all the butter. It's all the butter.
Florida man arrested for arson while burning Halloween DVDs naked on front lawn, lathered in butter. The sentence gets worse and worse as it keeps.
It's kind of funny because that's technically not a crime in my county. So,
Florida man claiming I've been shown the light and Demons 2. It's got terror.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. They let me keep my shirt. They just gave me a hat in jail. It's pretty good.
What do they do in jail?
I feel like people sleep. They do.
Oh, man. Listen, guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. Cody, it's always great to get you on. We'll have to get you on in a more formal way. Brandon, do you want to do the Sherbert show? Because I think I saw Mel say she wants to do that.
Do it. Yeah, we haven't done it yet.
Mel wants to do Sherbert?
Yeah, the Crame Stream 2. We made a thumbnail for it like 11 months ago. And we got to do the Sherbert show.
Let's actually plan it. Let's do the ice cream show next.
Okay.
And Cody, if Cody gets any on his beard, he has to.
God, it's gonna be all over my beard, man.
Cody, you should like bleach your beard and like spike it out. That'd be fucking sweet.
I'll be like Billy Graham.
Yes.
Hell yeah, superstar. Listen, guys, thank y'all for watching. We're gonna take y'all out with Brandon's theme. God bless y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Check out Dude Who Loves Movies. Check out Tabata Vision. And you're already here, so you know who I am.
Mongolian beef. It is off the chain. Oh, it's crispy. Dude, it's fantastic. That shit is fantastic.
I feel like people sleep. I feel like people sleep. I feel like people sleep.
What's going on?
I feel like people sleep. Hell yeah.
It's gonna be.
I feel like people sleep.
I wake up.
I feel like people sleep.